Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Defense attorney asks for dismissal of perjury case. By Ann Easker. Staff writer. Herman Joseph laughed for at least 10 seconds before answering whether he trusts his best friend Jamie Sepulveda. "No, I don't," he said finally. On the stand Friday, testifying during a hearing on a case in which Sepulveda accused local defense attorney Tana Bogle of asking him to commit perjury, Joseph described Sepulveda as the head honcho of confidential informants for the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Unit. Sepulveda takes the opportunities he sees, Joseph said, and he believes Sepulveda frequently lies. Last April, Sepulveda called the CCSO Narcotics Unit to say Bogle had visited him at the jail and requested he commit a crime by perjuring himself to benefit her client, Benjamin Porter. Sepulveda was the confidential informant on Porter's narcotics sale case. According to Sepulveda, Porter's family offered to pay him $2,500 to recant his statements. Members of the narcotics unit took an initial statement from Sepulveda and reviewed jail phone calls before turning the case over to the Major Crimes Unit. When a detective met with Sepulveda on May 3, 2017, he provided kites or contraband notes he said he received from Porter supporting his statement. Bogle's attorney Mark DeSisto has filed numerous motions to dismiss the case, calling into question the truthfulness of Sepulveda's claims as well as the integrity of the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office and the State Attorney's Office. Nicholas McMillan, an inmate housed in the same pod as Sepulveda at the time, identified a note Sepulveda gave to law enforcement as evidence as his own handwriting. Sepulveda said the letter was from Benjamin Porter, but McMillan testified Friday that Sepulveda asked him to copy the letter for him because Sepulveda had poor handwriting. He agreed because Sepulveda had bought commissary items for him. The note, which is signed B and has the initials JOS at the top, indicates Sepulveda should meet with TB after his release to discuss the details of their agreement and his reward. McMillan said Sepulveda told him the letter was to a member of Sepulveda's family, and he didn't question it. James Bailey, another former jail inmate, said he passed messages between Sepulveda and Porter for 2 to 3 weeks prior to Bogle's arrest. Bailey was housed in the same pod as Porter but cleaned Sepulveda's pod in the evenings. According to Bailey, Sepulveda pressed Porter for Bogle's number, wanting to meet with her and help Porter out because he felt bad for setting up his arrest. Bailey identified 2 notes in his handwriting. One contained the name of Bogle's law firm and her phone number, and the second contained his own information for Sepulveda to bond him out of jail when he was released. Sepulveda never did so, which prosecutor Alyssa Wolf suggested may be a motive for Bailey to testify against Sepulveda now. Bogle's former client Benjamin Porter said he was shocked when he learned Bogle was arrested. Porter said his parents are very Christian people who would never bribe Sepulveda for testimony. Porter said he always writes in capital letters, not like the incriminating note written in cursive. He believes the $2,500 Sepulveda claimed was offered to him was a number fed to him by jail detective Kevin Estrada, based on a phone call Porter had with his mother, asking whether she had paid Bogle the $2,500 agreed to if his case went to trial. Soon after providing the tip about Bogle to the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, Sepulveda's own case was resolved in a plea deal. His felony burglary with assault or battery charge was altered to misdemeanor trespassing, and he was sentenced to credit for time served. Sepulveda's attorney Pine Price said Friday the sentence was reasonable in his opinion and was what he'd been pushing for from the start. He considered the state's case weak, involving Sepulveda reaching through a car window to strike someone, not a more serious home invasion. However, it was after receiving a call from the jail about a postcard Sepulveda was in possession of that Price got an email from the prosecution about discussing a plea deal. Price met with 2 assistant state attorneys who wanted to be sure Sepulveda would cooperate on the Bogle case. They wanted to make sure my client would be willing to play ball, Price said. No formal agreement as to Sepulveda's cooperation was made, though Price indicated Sepulveda had cooperated in the past and would continue to do so. The Friday hearing was suspended for a later date, as several defense witnesses remain in addition to arguments from both the state and defense. Bogle is currently scheduled to go to trial the week of March 26. DeSisto said Friday he will be requesting a non-jury trial. Email, aeasker@sun-herald.com. Bogle.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
for life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
County. This is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if some, if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a, let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt-free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.